People are making life-changing money by flipping Solana NFTs. And the reason why I am making this video is because I want you to do the same. In this video, we will talk about 5 Solana NFTs which you can actually afford to invest in. So tighten your seat belts, my friends, because we are just getting started. Let's go, let's do this. So before you invest in any kind of NFTs, I want you to make sure that you become a smart investor. Now, a smart investor is someone who knows which NFTs are the right one to invest, so that you don't have to watch videos of creators like me. You become an independent investor and you know what is the right NFT to invest in. Now, the most common principle which we look at when we want to invest in NFTs is that we look at the rarability of that NFT. The real gold is not just investing in any NFT which looks cool from the outside. There are a lot of great NFTs which look like great art masterpieces. But in the industry of NFTs, you are not looking for NFTs which are good looking. You are looking for NFTs which are rare, and you cannot find something which is like a lookalike of them anywhere around in the NFT market. So you have to focus on those NFTs which are actually rare, and it is hard to create their replicas, and also you don't find similarities between those NFTs in which you are investing and other random NFTs available on several platforms. Now, people are making life-changing wealth by investing in Solana NFTs, and people are slowly realizing that Solana NFTs are giving better return than that of Ethereum based NFTs. When the NFT market started out, the market share of Ethereum NFT used to be 95%, and now it dropped to 80%, Solana taking up most of the share. Now we understand that people are slowly shifting to Solana from Ethereum NFT because they have started to realize that Ethereum gas fees is just crazy high, and that is why people are now shifting to Solana NFTs. Solana gas fees is so low that it just makes no sense to invest in Ethereum NFTs, but people are still doing it because NFT is something which is based on a trend. Nowadays, the trend is mostly going on in the direction of Ethereum NFTs, but slowly people are realizing the potential of Solana NFTs. And the 5 Solana NFTs which we are going to discuss today can actually not just help you make some money, but it will also help you in realizing how you can select more and more better Solana NFTs for you. First NFT project is known as Solana Doodle Apes. Now, the reason why this is my favorite one and I am telling about it in the very first out of the 5 is because the Solana Doodle Apes is actually an NFT project which lets you make some passive money out of the Solana NFTs you own. Imagine not just you can sell it for a profit later on, but when you are holding a particular NFT, you are also making passive income, which to me is a really great thing. And I believe you can make a great amount of money by just holding these rare NFTs instead of just selling them away. So this kind of incentivize holders like you and me to actually hold the NFT instead of just selling them and flipping them for a profit. Now, how do they actually ensure that investors like you get the passive income? Let me tell you how. So every time there is a transaction tax, the 50% of the money collected through that tax and that fees goes back to investors' wallet, and that is how you actually make money as a holder of this particular NFT. And to me, this new idea is really cool, and I believe that you should try looking at this NFT. Of course, none of this is a financial advice. I'm just sharing some cool NFT projects. I'm not trying to influence you to invest in any of these. Going on to the number 2. The number 2 NFT is Adrenaline Ghost. Now these are some really cool NFTs which are depicting ghost riding a bicycle in a very cool way. Now they don't really have a lot of hype around them, and the floor price is only 0.5 Solana. So if you're looking for an early entry, you can definitely try having a look at them. Now let's hop over to the third Solana NFT that we find quite interesting. Gem Skulls. Gem Skulls is the third NFT that we are talking about, and basically if you look on the screen, these are some really cool animated characters in the Solana NFT space. They look really unique, and I feel like it is quite hard to replicate it, because not only these are moving skulls, these are not just random stuck images, but it looks like the creator of this NFT did really hard work in making some NFTs like these. The fourth Solana NFT being the FRENCHIES. The FRENCHIES are these amazing dogs NFTs, and they have a really kind gesture. They are doing a kind gesture by donating some amount of money to dog charities on every NFT sale. So this is a really kind gesture of them. They are donating money that they are making from their NFTs to dog charity as well. Now before I talk about the fifth and the last NFT project of today, I want you to remind you that in the beginning of this video I requested you to stick till the end, because after I talk about the 5 amazing Solana NFTs projects, I also want you to educate on how you can select the right NFT projects to invest in without being dependent on YouTubers like me and others who are making videos on these hot Solana NFTs. Because if you end up becoming a smart investor, then I will consider that my attempt of making this video was successful, because my attempt is not just to tell you that these are some amazing NFTs. I want you to do your own research, and for that I want to make sure that you become a smart investor. So the fifth amazing Solana NFT we are talking about is called the WOOFER. Now woofers are this amazing short cute Solana NFT cartoony creatures, and you can definitely have a look at them. They have a total of 5,555 NFT collectibles, and maybe if you feel like that they are rare enough, then you can consider investing in them. Of course, this is not a financial advice, but now let's hop on to the main thing which I was talking about in the beginning of this video. So basically I have talked about the 5 Solana NFTs already, and you have had a look at them as I showed them with you. I talked about them to you, but now let's talk about how you can do your own research and invest in NFTs like these. Now, in order to become a smart NFT investor, you have to first of all understand in what niche you want to operate on. You want to operate on photography niche, or maybe you want to operate in collectible niche. You have to decide your niche. You have to make sure that you develop expertise in any particular kind of NFT, so that you know how to trade them, you know how to flip them. You have to stick to one kind of niche. Only then you will be able to generate great wealth, because then you will have a extreme understanding of a particular kind of NFT. So that was the number one thing which a smart NFT investor does. He or she selects his own favorite niche. Now once you have your niche selected, the second thing which you should be looking after is some rare NFTs inside of that particular niche. You have to look at collections which you feel like are not readily available and are hard to replicate. So for example, if you are exploring some Solana NFTs, you also have to hop on over to Ethereum platforms like OpenSea and check there if there is a replica of that NFT which you saw on the Solana platform or not. because sometimes what happens is that these Solana NFTs, they try to replicate the NFTs which are available on Ethereum NFT platforms, and this decreases their rarability. But because there are not much NFTs available in Solana space, because we are just getting started in this space right now, Solana NFT is hardly a year old space. The first Solana NFT was made in last year, so we are still very early. So it becomes easy to create rare items by replicating them from the traditional old Ethereum NFTs. So you have to make sure that you are investing in rare NFTs, and you have to do proper research on every other popular NFT platform and see if there is another similar looking NFT which is minted on another blockchain or not. This will help you in selecting the rare NFTs, and it might take a lot of hours and dedication to research on how these NFTs actually look and whether or not do they have a replica or not, or how rare they are. But these hours that you put in the research will help you actually making some real money, some profits out of the NFT. This is how people are making millions of dollars. You might not know, but there was a 12-year-old guy who minted his own NFTs, who flipped NFTs, traded in them, and ended up making over 80 Ethereum in a single day. He made around $300,000 in a single day, and this was done by a 12-year-old guy, right? There was a similar example of a guy named Gozali from Indonesia who clicked over 1000 selfies and listed all of these on the NFT platforms. And what ended up happening is that that 22-year-old guy ended up becoming a millionaire by simply listing his own NFTs, and he did not even have to do graphic designing. What he did, he just clicked his own selfies and made NFTs out of those, and this is how he made really great wealth. Now, the reason why I gave you this example was not just to motivate you, but to also tell you that why the guy who uploaded his own selfies ended up becoming a millionaire in the NFT space. The reason behind this is quite simple, because he did not had any twin. He had one of a kind of a face which others did not have, which made him a rare thing, which made him rare, right? And that is actually how he took advantage of being the first mover in case of selfie NFTs and made millions and millions of dollars. So in order to become a smart investor, you have to make sure that you invest in NFTs that are rare, or maybe you can make your own NFTs, you never know, right? So this is how you actually make money in the NFT space, but you should be smart enough to select and look for NFTs that are actually rare. So till now we discussed two ways on how you can become a smart investor. Number one was that you can find a niche and work on that particular niche only. Number two was that you have to find rare items in that niche. But we also talked about how you can find those rare items in a particular niche. You can find those rare items in a particular niche by exploring and spending time on these NFT platforms, whether they are Ethereum platforms or Solana platforms. You have to spend and invest your time on these platforms and do your own research and see whether or not you are able to find a lookalike of the NFT which you were about to invest in, or maybe you were able to find a replica of the NFT which you were looking to invest in. Because if you ever find a lookalike or a replica of the NFT you were investing in, that means that that NFT is not that rare, and you were about to lose your money by actually investing in something which you thought was rare. And this is a very big red flag, and I don't know, people just ignore it because they are lazy enough to do the complete research. So you should be focusing on finding the right NFTs, making sure they are rare. Spend hours before investing your hard-earned money. Making money has never been easy. If anyone tells you that it's just easy to make money, then they are simply lying you. However, you should do your own research. The making money only becomes easy when you have a proper system in place and you know how you will invest in these NFTs you know the proper system. You know, first you will go on these platforms, explore NFTs, and know what are the parameters on which you will select which is the good NFT or a bad NFT to invest in. People don't have parameters like these set up in their mind, and that is why they often end up losing in the NFT space, and they blame the NFT space in general and they start calling it Ponzi. You have to become a smart investor, and that is why I am educating you on this channel. Nothing is a financial advice. I'm just trying to educate you. The reason why I am trying to educate you after talking about the 5 NFTs, this is like a bonus part of the video where I am going out of what I promised and delivering more than what I promised, because I want you to become a smart investor so that you don't rely on YouTubers like me and you do your own research before investing, right? So you have to find your own niche. You have to find whether or not these NFTs are rare enough or not. Now, another great way to become a smart investor is by joining all these Discord servers, Discord groups, and having discussion with like-minded people in the NFT space. And you can also learn from the community of these NFT Discord servers. You can talk to the community, and by ensuring and asking them what you feel like is a great NFT to invest in, I'm sure they will have other opinions other than me which they can tell you from their own personal experience. Now, another great example of a great NFT project which is not likely a scam is that they need to have an open-minded Discord or Telegram community, because if you don't have an open-minded community where you are allowing people to have healthy discussions, then there is something fishy. And as an investor, you should run away from projects which are not democratic enough and don't allow the community to speak openly. Maybe they are just banning random people who are questioning the authenticity of the project. You should not try to invest in NFTs like these, no matter how much of a golden opportunity they look like. You should keep on doing your own research. And most people think that they just go on a website, click on a particular NFT. If it is a good looking NFT, they will put their money into it. That's not how it works. A professional NFT investor will spend weeks, at least few days and some weeks in general, before he actually puts his money in some kind of NFT. You have to spend weeks, days, hours dedicated to being an NFT investor. An NFT investor is not someone who invests in a lot of NFTs. A real and a professional NFT investor is someone who goes on all these different platforms, spends 98% of time researching on these NFTs instead of buying them, and spends the remaining 2% of times trading the NFTs and flipping the NFTs. The people who often lose money in the NFT space are those people who trade or invest money 98% of the cases, but in the remaining 2% of the time, they are just exploring on websites. When you should be doing the complete opposite. You should spend 98% of time spending on these NFT platforms, understanding, keeping a track record of, you can just select a particular NFT which you wanted to invest in, and you better don't invest in them, but keep an eye on them, on how is the floor price increasing or decreasing with time. This is how you will actually get an idea of which NFTs are good enough to invest in. If you have basic understanding, once you develop, normally it takes 4 to 5 months of consistent exploring on platforms like OpenSea, Solana Sea, and all those Ethereum and Solana platforms before you actually become a professional trader and invest in it. The biggest mistake that people make in the NFT space is that they directly jump into an NFT and invest money in it and think that it will skyrocket very soon. You have to be very cautious with your investment decisions, and you have to make sure that every time you want to invest in any kind of project, you have an idea of what they are doing, what their roadmap is. Are they rare enough? On what niche they are operating? Do they have a replica, or Are they trying to be a look-alike of some other famous NFT? These are the things you have to keep in mind. If you don't keep these basic things in mind, then there is a very high chance that you will end up losing money in the NFT world, right? So in this video we talked about the 5 main great NFT projects based on Solana blockchain, which I wanted to share with you. I'm not trying to influence you to invest in it. If you feel like that, then I'm sorry, but I'm just trying to educate you. I'm trying to bring up some more amazing NFT projects. And in the later part of the video, which I did not promised but I still delivered, was I talked about some secret strategies of how you can end up becoming a smart investor in the field of NFT space, and how you can actually do the right research before investing, so that you don't end up losing your money and you make some really great returns in the field of NFT. So I hope I was able to deliver value in this video. If you feel like this video is a great one, then share it with your friends, give it a thumbs up and subscribe and hit the bell icon. Do let me know what you feel about it in the comments below. Till then, goodbye, take care. Hope 2022 is the next big year of our life. Thank you so much. Goodbye, take care.